Hello all and welcome back to HighPriest Reacts. Sorry, wrong intro. To First Impressions, my first impressions of Wreck-It Ralph. To Ralph Wrecks the Internet. Now I'm a massive fan of the first movie. I had a fantastic time going to see that one. It was great. And I'm saddened by the fact that I didn't get to go see this in the theater when it came out. And, yeah. Even if, well, my reviews well for you, well, I've, hold on, let me just get some beginning of my notes. I had some things I'd like to get out and say. Okay, yeah. I've heard mixed things about this movie, and having watched it, yeah. I agree with those mixed things. I would, say now, before I get into my stuff, it is not that great of a movie. It's still a good movie. And I had a riot watching it, so don't get me wrong. It was a very fun to watch movie. It was very funny at points. The story was at points as on par with the other one, but at other points it didn't work out so well. I mean, the original movie made story was no masterpiece, but it was, you know, goodish. Then there's, right. I almost didn't watch this movie. I was going to eventually, but I meant today. Because I heard that I had been spoiled about the Disney princess cameos and how that it was apparently a big scene. And I was worried it would spoil something for Moana, which I haven't seen yet, and I will be reviewing at some point. Yeah. But I did a quick Google search, and while the Google search did not provide me with enough detail, as much as correct as I thought, it seemed like there was no spoilers. Which, spoiler, there were no spoilers. Yeah. Right. So, likes, dislikes. Before we get into the meat of the review. It's been unfortunately a few hours since I watched it, so I'm going to need my notes to get my memory flowing again. Add the likes and dislikes. First, the character Shank and her crew. Or correctly, her crew. I like them. They were fairly amusing. Second, Disney cameos from the Disney princesses, which, by the way, trying to find a way of going into this without spoilers. Turns out that's the source of one of the memes I've seen Pokemon do with that Scottish Pokemon trainer. And, yeah, from the Disney princesses to the MCU, I'm not going to go into the MCU until the spoiler part again, because I want to go into a specific part that made me lose my shit, but, yeah. And I feel like this might technically count as a spoiler, but given it's a post-credit scene, we got Rickroll. There was Frozen 2, sneak peek here. And then suddenly Ralph pops on screen. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. That was so hilarious for me because I'm like the one guy who actually legit likes that song. Story time. I legit like that song a lot. I love it. I have it on my phone on with everything. I actually legit like that song a lot. And it was all the main fact that when I first stumbled across it and got rickrolled, I had no idea what was going on. I didn't even realize I was being pranked. I legit thought there was just something wrong with the video. Even though it kept happening. I was trying to look up stuff on the next Zelda game, which was, by the way, Skyward Sword, and I kept getting rickrolled, and I was like, I had no idea what's going on, but hey, it's a nice song. Eventually, I got what was happening, but by that point, I legit got hooked to the song, and I don't get annoyed when I get rickrolled anymore. And if you can legit rickroll me that well, credit. So, there's the three things. First, spoiler. And, yeah, I'm just gonna count that as spoiler. For the movie, oh, Jesus Christ. All three things I like are involve spoilers, but these aren't like before, where one of them might be a minor dislike, but the other two are, these are legit actual problems, and they hurt the movie a lot. So, spoiler activated. Right, so first, the Disney came out. Oh my god, when the girl from Brave, because I haven't watched that even though I do know the plot, so I'm not doing a review. When I heard Brave Girl, the Brave Princess, go full Scottish, I lost my shit. It's, for some reason, I love the Scottish Pokemon meme. I love it, and I love that. Pretty much everything that came out of this, the parody Disney song, the Disney princesses all hanging out in casual wear, and it actually like the most amazing thing ever. Let it go. Let it hurt. But I think the absolute best part was when Penelope was dodging the stormtroopers and running into the they ran through the MCU section and nearly knocked over Stan Lee. I'm like, oh shit! Oh my god, it wasn't a speaking role, but it was Stan Lee, and I was not expecting a Stan Lee cameo in this movie of all things! I was completely unprepared. But since they brought the MCU in, I suppose they thought it was a good reason to bring in Stan Lee, and I'm like, Christ. Oh Jesus! I seriously lost my shit for a good while there. Laughing my butt off. So, dislikes. Before we get to me talking about the movie. BuzzTube. Oh, you know what a better way to make money? BuzzTube. It's the video sharing site. I'm like, oh god. It's knock off YouTube. Which is the thing they did. Much like they have not Google, they went for knockoff Google instead, and they have YouTube, they went for knockoff YouTube. And yeah. A better way of should have just jacked the car continue jacking the car because, in a single day, that much from nothing. I mean, sorry, I should set them out. From a single day to 20. Hold on. I have the number written down here because the main character's idiocy required recording. $27,001. I'll get to that. And one day, less than one day, because they already failed for other reasons. Bullshit. It's like the only reason that was physically possible is because the algorithm was cheating for them. Like, I realize it wasn't as bad then, but even at that point, the actual YouTubers who were big name and successes for a long time started having to struggle big time. And that twigged me because, you know, I'm not even a big time. I'm not even trying anymore to make money off of this shit. I'd like money because it would help me do this better. For instance, I could actually record it in better quality if I had a better CPU. The better CPU fan, the boot. Since the CPU fan on this isn't working, right? And, you know, the higher quality, being sidetracked. Point is, yeah. But you just need to look at YouTube and know, it's easy. No, it's not. It's not easy for anyone. Even the people who are successes are getting screwed. And it's only gotten worse since then, so. Right, that was honestly a minor annoyance for me. Flanderization and forced plot. These are the two big ones. Ralph was not the brightest of light bulbs in the first movie. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. But that's the third thing for me to complain about. Oh, he's so much dumber in this. Him and Vanellope. None of them quite realize eBay is a shopping thing, even though it was directly said. And Vanellope acted like she knew what it was. But neither one of them put it together despite looking straight at it and running. So that's one thing. Super dumb. In that regard, but in general, they're just acting dumber than they used to. At first it wasn't so bad, then we got to the later stuff with the virus, and I'm just like... And then there's the forced plot aspect of... Where did the son desire to be somewhere else go from Vanellope? For God's sakes, her entire plot was she wanted to fit in. Now she wants to leave? The fucking hell! It just comes out of nowhere. It makes no sense. I know it's been 6 years, but it doesn't really make any sense either way. Like, I get it if she wanted to, say, hang out in that game for a while, every now and then, spice things up, but ultimately she feels her home was Sugar Rush. That's fine. They're idiots. Their characters were changed for the sake of plot. The decisions that didn't feel like they even flew organically from the way they were presented earlier in the movie. No. Like, the good parts of the movie, the cameos stuff, which is one of the, got even better than the last movie. And the parts without the major stupid in it were the stupid and forced plot. So most of the movie were pretty much on par with the last movie. Ralph attempting to help and fucking up. Ralph exploring the internet and again flailing around. Even some of the stuff in the climax, which while not very emotional, was funny with the Disney Princess Rescue and JP Spammer trying to catch him only for Ralph to smash through his car anyways. Some of the stuff with Yes was amusing. The way pop-up ads are presented, hilarious. Especially with how the pop-up blocker acted. He smack. Like, oh, that's incredibly satisfying to see. Shanks and her crew were pretty alright. Now, the algorithm being a moron at points, I mean, she's a funny character, but how would... I'm going to say she was kind of a moron, but that's actually pretty accurate for an algorithm, for the YouTube's algorithm. I'm actually kind of annoyed about that Fix-It Felix and the Sergeant were in the movie more. I think she was Sergeant. See, that's the thing. It's been forever since I watched the last one, and she was in the movie even less than Fix-It Felix. And because, you know, he's the one the game's named after, right? It's easy to remember her. I mean, him than it is her. Houlihan, that's it. Houlihan. They weren't in the movie enough, in my opinion. They were pretty important parts of the last movie. Then they got sidetracked, and yeah, it was funny. The let's adopt kids, and then it takes a little time for them to turn little hair raisers, and especially like that scene from the ending where all the kids have been returned to the racetrack, only they're perfectly well behaved. And then Fix-It Felix and her explained the secret to parenting. And of course, it can't be heard over the racing sounds. Man, every parent should know that secret. Well, considering they just went from love them, be their best friend, and give them everything they want. Yeah, that was funny. I just would have appreciated more of them in the movie, you know? And there's some in the beginning movie. Nice. Seeing them hang out and do stuff. Great. Seeing a conversation with Tapper. Tapper was on point calling out his own insecurities. It feels realistic. They aren't that bad, but as the movie goes on, they get dumber and more out of character. And yeah, like I said, generally fun movies. Shanks and her crew is great. JP's family, the initial introduction is after the whole pop-ups thing is actually pretty fun. and a lot of the jokes and even subtext comments, like family-friendly fan sites, which is basically a way of saying, yes, the not so family-friendly fan sites are there, but this is a Disney movie. This is not an R-rated movie. We're not going to show or even acknowledge them. The weirdos. Or even directly acknowledge them. A lot of them is great, you know? But the conflict felt forced. Their decisions were seemingly stupid on everybody's part. It just didn't feel like that great of a sequel to Wreck-It Ralph 1. You know? I enjoyed it. It was the inevitable conclusion, and, yeah. And admittedly, it was funny watching them make that fuck up with the money, even if, you know, it was kind of dumb. Like, see them make that mistake was funny. Like, you goddamn idiots, because it was dumber than I would expect, but I can tolerate a little flounderization. But when Ralph goes in and gets a virus to infect the game Vanellope's in, it went better than I thought. It infected the game and made it worse, but I was afraid the thing was going to, I don't know, jump inside her and nearly rip her apart, copy her insecurities. And, of course, the fact that, yeah, it qualifies a person being insecure as a not being secure programmer-wise is kind of dumb fun. And, yeah, most of Ralph, and some of the videos Ralph did were legit funny, even if some of them were weird and kind of dumb. And, yeah. I mean, it doesn't even get into the fact that apparently that these people can apparently make their own videos in games, and yet people still think they're just video game characters. What? Oh, I also really like the players in the Slaughter Race MMO, because I'm watching them move around. It's like, oh dear God, it's like watching me move around in one of these video games. Great. So, that's one of the things I love. The little details about this movie that are just good. The movement of the video game characters. Because while they look like your average CGI characters, they're moving like a character from their series would. You know, Capper's an 8-bit, so he's... Ralph's the only one with fluid movement, but that makes sense. He was the one with the most fluid movement in the game, whereas all the other people were more janky. Modern games, and such, don't have that problem. And, yeah. I feel like going to the internet was a natural extension of what happened in the previous one. Not the first place I would have gone, series-wise. Personally, I think going to a video game console would have been an interesting follow-up. Rather than just getting straight to the internet. But I do feel like that was the end point with this series, and it's reached, and I don't think I want a sequel. I'm not sure it would work with the sequel now if they've flipped everything up like this, moving Vanellope permanently to a new game. And while funny, the Ralphzilla. That's what the subtitles called it. I would have called him Ralph Tong, though. Not only did they make a reference to him looking like a big meat gorilla before the movie, it literally does the Godzilla shit. I know Godzilla isn't. King Kong shit. But Ralphzilla was kind of dumb. And while I liked how King Candy and I just feel like everything's gonna be doomed if you don't stop it scenario was a mistake to do with the internet. Because, I'm sorry, I don't think there's anything Ralph or Penelope could have actually done it against such a threat. And having it be caused by them just makes them look like fucking morons. And yeah, I know Penelope has less of a fault with it, but still, it's up until the last chunk of that movie, it was pretty good. And especially with the Disney fan site, hilarious! Oh, I especially love the looks of the computer users. It reminds me of, what was it? My Sims? A Wii Sim-based game where everyone is nice and lobby. I think it looks nice and kind of funny, especially. But outside of that, yeah. What can I say? I don't regret seeing it. I don't even regret it being made. I think it was a good enough follow-up. I'm not like most people. I mean, I still enjoyed the Aladdin sequels. And I managed to even get some enjoyment out of the Cinderella sequels. Though, very different kind. Aladdin sequels I liked because they were connected to the TV show, which was actually very good. Not as on par with the movie, and the two movies weren't really even as good as the best episodes of the TV show, but they were good in lead-in and exit points for the series as a whole. And the Cinderella movies, well, I mean, most of the stuff is done, but there's a few nice things here or there in the second sequel, and in the third sequel, which is really the second movie. I do actually like what happens when the evil stepmother gets a hold of the wand, and I realize it's going off track, but I'm pointing out, I'm usually more tolerant of bad Disney sequel syndrome. I still think this is better than most of those I just listed, but yeah. I don't think it was as good as it could have been. I'm unhappy about that, but I still enjoyed watching the movie, and I had a lot of blast through most of the movie, so yeah. Hopefully there'll be another movie like it, but I'm definitely not hoping for a sequel. Because I can't help but think they just do worse. Anyways, yeah. HighPriest signing out. I will see you all later.